But how do you feel about sort of, you know, the way we go about in sort of I guess accenting, giving accent or giving more sort of showing more a body image that we like, a stereotype that we try to idolize in terms of like, you know, like six pack abs or whatever, or like a
Right.
glass hour was it glass was it
Hourglass. Yeah.
hourglass figure, that's the word.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that sort of, you know, representation of how the idealistic way of someone's appearance?
Right. So I think that's one of the most unhealthy things in our society. For both men and women equally, it's very devastating for the esteem that a lot of people hold towards themselves,
Mm.
and it's also that these ideals that a lot of people genuinely strive for, right? And it's great to strive for goals. The thing is, sometimes there is a genetic limitation, or what you are shown is such a perfected, modified,
Yeah.
concentrated version of that ideal that it is unattainable
Yeah.
for 99.9% unless you have like great genetics and access to, performance enhancers, or you
Yeah.
have a lot of time to spend to having like every, diameter at, like in those ads,
Yeah.
for example.
But
So
even those ads are very much Photoshop. Like if you see like the
exactly, they're literally
yeah,
impossible to
yeah,
attain. It's literally an impossible standard that is enforced. And
mm,
so no wonder that people want to, heavily break free from them nowadays, or are
mm.
trying to rethink the presence. But yeah, that's still a big issue.
I think it's yeah. It's well. The thing is, previously in like the podcast and previous episodes, we talk about this also, how often enough, depending on what era you live in, the ideal model, the ideal look
Yeah,
of either sex are very like are very different. I say like I think in ancient Greece or like in France during like the 1500s, it would be like sort of the big fat look because it would represent your wealth and how much money you could buy for
right,
food and all that
right.
stuff.
And there's reasoning behind all of these things. It's just that they're always, to a degree, an idealized form,
Mm.
right? And I think presently, the one from the last like 20 years is one of the most unhealthy ones there has
Yeah,
ever been.
it's
Uh,
yeah,
Particularly, yeah, for both men and women,
yeah. I
it's
mean,
the most unhealthy standards we've ever had to compare ourselves to.
yeah, that's true. I mean,
Um,
especially for to actually have those sort of the look itself, you have to go through
yeah,
so much like
it's
rigorous
not just
training,
the strength or the health. It's at this point, it's really
the
like
appearance.
it's plastic surgery levels
Yeah,
that are needed. It's completely bonkers.
yeah. If all yeah,
And
I
I
think
know a lot of people. We know a lot of people that are like trying really really hard
yeah,
to attain these things, and then they don't, and then they give up, or
yeah.
they
Spiral down.
feel completely discouraged
Mm.
from doing anything because they can never ever match it,
Yeah. Do
and
you
it's
feel that
unfair.
us right now? Well, I think us being humans are attracted to a specific figure, or is it very much sort of society based in terms of
um, I would say it's society based. Yeah, it's ingrained from early youth. um, there are traits that some scientists would hold for men are factors of attraction, right? The
yeah,
same thing for women, factors that show that the bodies are developed, mature,
yeah,
and some would say capable of childbirth
yeah,
or taking care of children is often something attributed with attractiveness. But overall, the overall shape, that
yeah.
is completely like from its day, depending on the era we live in.